Welcome to my chain attack guide. This is going to be a bit of a refresher for anybody following the series to make sure that everybody knows exactly what they're doing in the chain attacks, and should serve for anybody that's looking for guidance or just a quick overview on exactly how this works. This should be pretty helpful for you. In any case, we need an enemy that we're going to be able to charge up the chain attack gauge on, so we're going to use this as our victim right here. And the first thing we need to do is charge up our chain attack. I don't know the exact mechanics behind this. What I do know is it seems like that roll abilities help. So as we saw, we just got a back attack with the fatal barrage there, and that boosted our chain attack quite a good amount. Things like field abilities and the heals seem to do pretty good at charging it quickly as well. But in general, you'll find that your party is pretty good at charging up stuff anyway. Things like toppling and dazing it and that kind of thing are all quite good. So charging up things like your interlinks and that kind of thing is all going to help. So we'll skip forward until the chain attack is charged. Okay, and so as you can see, the chain attack is complete. You personally will have a choice as to when you want to use these. You can either use them at the start of a fight to finish it quickly, or you can use them at the end of a fight, as once you start once the enemy goes down during the chain attack, you'll gain bonus XP. So you can either use it as a strong leveling method, or you can use it to end fights quicker. It's kind of up to you. When we come into here, and I've been both lucky and unlucky here because I kind of wanted to have 3 normal orders here so I could show you guys that, but we'll end up using the hero here first. But you'll be faced with 3 options here. You'll see the completion bonus at the bottom. That will be applied for the rest of the chain attack once the order has been completed. I'll show you guys how we do that in a second. So for example, here we have Mio, who's going to give everybody less aggro. This should really not be all that high on your priorities, but she may well be one that you want to pick for something that we'll show later on in the chain attack. We have Tyon here, who's going to reduce the physical defense of our enemies, and we're going to have Teach here, who we're going to pick anyway because this is effectively a free order. This says join chain attacks, heals 5.5% of damage dealt as HP, up to 200% of healing power. This would actually be quite useful against some enemies that have counter-attack abilities and can attack you during the chain attack. Now the reason we're going to pick Teach here is because if you pick any of your normal party members, the chain attack gauge, which is down in the bottom right, is going to go down by 1/3, which means we can pick our own party members 3 times. Now when it comes to picking them, the first 2 times that you pick, you want to pick them from separate ouroboros airings. You may not have unlocked it yet, so you may just want to get this in as practice, but eventually you will be able to have a final ouroboros attack, and you want to have it in the final round, and I'm going to show you guys how to make sure that happens. So for now, we're going to pick Teach. This is going to be our first chain attack order, and the idea here is we want to use our characters here, and you can see above their heads they all have a number. That number is their TP amount. That's going to get added to the TP gauge in the top right. Once we hit 100%, the order will be complete and the action will happen. We're going to ignore the hero for now. We'll deal with him in the second one. But let's talk about rolls then. So we have damage rolls. Their bonus during the chain attack is going to be that if they go first, and we're going to do this with Tyon here, they will get a 25% bonus added to their TP when it goes into the gauge. This is very good and is rather nice for filling the tactical point gauge fast, and is going to be useful in the next round when we start trying to get extra characters back. The healers then make it so that we can never go above 99%. So let's say we use one of these here. That's probably going to get us pretty close to 99. But even if she got like 50 there, 99% is going to be the highest they can take us over. So make sure that you don't ever start a round with only healers. This is going to be really bad for you. And then tanks then, their ability is that if they go last, they will make sure they bring back your highest TP character that you have used so far, which is going to happen now. Cool. So we've executed our first chain order, and you can see how damage multiplier has gone up by an additional 100%. So this chain order is going to do a lot more damage. We have choices to make here as well, but ideally I'm going to go with Noah. I like their ouroboros pairing, and if we pick Mio or get Mio in the final selection, that will be rather nice. So we're going to pick Noah here, and because he's got the sword icon, i.e. the damage dealer icon, that's going to give additional 10 to Tyon here. Now we're going to do something slightly different than the previous round. What we're going to do is try to get to 150 or 200% if we're lucky, because what that's going to do is it's going to give us more than 1 character back instead. And I just want to make sure that you guys can see this. In addition, something to note about heroes, they are not limited or do not get the bonuses that the other classes will get. So for example here, Teach will not have the limiter on that stops him from going over 99%. So I'm actually going to use him first here because we're going to take advantage of his bonus 10 TP on all of my characters. After that then, you might do something like use Senna here, because Senna is going to put our TB up slightly more, and I just want to make sure that I can show you guys that if we hit the 200%, we'll get extra characters back. We're going to use the healer, make sure we get to 99%. Tyon's going to go in. So he's going to start with a base 85. There's a small chance we can get nice and high with this because he'll get plus 10 for matching the sword symbol and then whatever else he gets from doing his attacks. Not quite there. That's a shame. But we'll get 2 characters back. That's cool. Let's hope it's not 2 healers. That could be bad. That's not too bad. So we've done Teach so far, and we've done Noah. So if I was to pick Mio right now, our ouroboros order would come up in the next round, and we'd have to pick that instead of using the chain attack gauge. Once you've activated your ouroboros order, that ends the entire chain attack, so we don't actually want to do that right now. So what you want to do is pick a character from a different ouroboros pairing. So we can pick either of these two. Let's go with Mio, Uni should I say. Wow, I got the name of it wrong there. And now we just need to make sure that we can complete this. So we're going to use Teach first. No, we'll get a bigger bonus if we use Noah first. It really doesn't matter which order we use these in, which is kind of handy, but we're not going to get many back, which is unfortunate. But it is fine for this. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was hoping we'd get Senna in, but never mind. This has gone a little messily. We've got Teach back there. We should be fine. And so in this third order then, which is, well, technically the fourth order, but the third order that comes from our party, this would be the final one, unless we pick the opposite to one of the orders that we've already given. If you can't see already, in the top right, we have the order log. We know we've used Teach, Noah, and then Uni. So if we use, well, Uni doesn't actually pair with any of these because Tyon's not here. So our only option is to use Mia. And this should be pretty easy, actually. So we'll go straight over with you, and then Senna is going to complete the order. Now we get the ouroboros order. This is going to reactivate all of the characters. So for this final one then, you kind of have some choices to make. It's entirely up to you. I kind of like using something that's going to boost TP. So for example, we could use Teach here to give an additional 10 TP to Tyon because he's going to be the last one. Because we really want to get the TP as high as we can. Because anything over 200% is going to give us even more additional damage multiplier. So we're going to go with Teach again here. We're going to use the healers because they can't take us over 99. It's just a bit of extra damage. And then we can finish with time.
This isn't the end. This is the decider.
And you can see this final round can do obscene amounts of damage. And that was probably quite low. I was trying to not kind of overload too much of the chain attack. Let me just get this finished. And so with the fight finished, we're just going to come into the art section for a second, just so we can talk about things like the break and situational type attacks. It's just worth noting that all of the effects will become active during the chain attack. So if you have something that does bleed, like from the fencer ability, or you need to be in the side to do like a break action, all of this will activate during the chain. So if you've got like the all of the abilities available, so you could do like a break here and then maybe get like a topple on from one of the other abilities and all this kind of stuff, that's all going to be active during the chain attack. You can heal during it and that kind of thing. So yeah, that is the basics of how the chain attacks work. Obviously there's many strategies, many heroes to test with, but I hope that gives you a decent understanding as to how they work, and I'll see you all again soon.